Hi Miranda, Oceana here with G3 Agency. This is that video that I promised I would send to you about how to get in front of people looking for your services on Google. I'm going to show you two methods, one of which you need a website for and one of which you do not need a website for. So I suggest that you take advantage of both. But that is of course up to you. So let's just jump right in. My hope is that at the end of this video you'll be able to go and take care of this stuff yourself, or you'll be able to explain to someone to do it, basically explain what you need done. This is just to educate you, and okay, so here we go. So I did a bit of research. This is why I reached out to carpet cleaners in the area, and how I got a hold of you. Basically, this is a keyword research tool that I have, and I put in Columbus, Georgia carpet, and it came up with anything that involved all three of those words. So carpet cleaners, Columbus, Georgia, carpet cleaning, Columbus, Georgia. You and I can look at this and see that these are exactly the same thing. They're just said a little bit differently, but to Google, these are two completely different words. And there are 400 people every month on the average month. There's about 400 times that this gets typed into Google, and then another 400 times that this gets typed into Google. So just there, that's 400 searches every month that are looking for your services in this area that you serve. And then down here, I don't know if you do installations, but if you did, there's another 100 people that might need your service there. But you can kind of go through and take a look at these words and see what fits you and what you actually offer. So then once you've decided on a word that you'd like to go after or show up for, you would copy that, put it over into this search. And now this is what we are up against. So first of all, there's the ads. Most people just skip right past those. I'm not going to cover them right now. My main focus is getting you right here. This is called the map section. And basically, it's just the top 3 local results. And distance does play a role in that, but it's not the only role. So you can actually end up in the top here, even if you don't have a website. You just need to make sure that your Google My Business listing is up to date and accurate. Specifically, your name, address, and phone number are spelled the way that you like it spelled, because then you're going to take that same information and plaster it all over different directories like Yelp, Yext, City Star, White Pages, Yellow Pages, Facebook. There are a ton of places to list your information, and that each time you list your info like that, it's known as a citation. And a citation is basically just a vote of confidence in your business, saying you really do exist and you serve this area. And the more citations you have, the more trusted you are by Google. And if you're more trusted than the other listings there, basically if you have more citations than others, and your business listing is set up properly, nothing too weird going on there. It's not hard to set up a Google My Business listing, but if you need any help, please reach out and I'll see what I can do to help you. But yeah, so if you end up in the top 3 here, you end up on the first page of Google, and so you're going to have a lot of people calling you. Your phone number is displayed right there. On the mobile phone, it'll just be a click away and they can call you up. And then if you do have a website set up, you can have it listed there. But of course, like I said, you don't have to have a website here to be listed. Okay, then there's down here, this is the organic results, and you do need a website in order to show up here. These first 2 listings are directories, so I'm not going to compare you to them. I'm going to compare you to this first local result here. And so these guys are sitting in the spot that we'd like to sit in. So what we want to do is take a look at their website and think critically, what is it that they're doing correctly so that that they're showing up on that first page, and therefore what can we do similar to them, and what can we maybe even do better than them. So I'm looking for content. More words, the better. Well, for you. They don't really have that many words on their page, to be honest. They have quite very little. So that tells me that this is very low competition here. I mean, they're just not working that hard at being seen, but they're being seen anyway. So it's not going to take a lot of effort to outdo them. So you want to make sure that when you create your website, if you decide to do so, that you include these words in your content. So in your headings. You know, you could have carpet cleaning, Carpet Cleanos Columbus, Georgia is one of these titles, and then talk about it for a little while, and then maybe in a, well, they don't have really any big paragraphs, but if you had a big paragraph of information, you could put that keyword into that paragraph someplace, and just every time that you have it in there, you don't want to overdo it, but you want to have that keyword you want to show up for in your site a few times, just to show Google like, hey, this is what I want to show up for. I'm the appropriate choice for that. So, and then if I put them into this tool, so this is the same tool that I used for my Keyword Explorer, my keyword research tool, but this is another function it has. It's a Site Explorer. Basically, it gives me an in-depth look into how a website's performing. And this is the competition here, their homepage. The UR score is how trusted, out of 100, how trusted is this page. And then the DR score is out of 100, how trusted is the website. And this is quite an imbalance here. The reason for this imbalance is they have lots of referring domains and backlinks heading toward, basically pointing toward their homepage, and not enough on the other pages. And I'll explain that. I know that's probably a bunch of gibberish. And you might know what backlinks and referring domains are, but I'm not going to assume you do. So a backlink is any link that goes from another website back to your site. And then a referring domain is any website that has a link on it to your site. So these are probably all going toward the home page, because this entire website is not very trusted. And so this imbalance is going to look kind of sketchy to Google, and it's not going to want to place them ahead if there's someone else who has maybe, you know, if this was like, if you had a website that was like, you know, 16 and 16, you'd probably beat them out, because it would rather have a well-rounded website on that as the result than a site like this where it's imbalanced. So there's another way you can get ahead. And I don't think that I went over images, so I'm just going to real quick show you that. If I right click on an image and I click Save Image As, I can see that this image was saved as 136W. So this is a missed opportunity. What I would suggest is when you upload your pictures onto your site, if you ever create one, that you save those images as those phrases that we were talking about that people are typing into Google. That's going to be another chance for you basically to signal to Google that you are the one to show in the case that somebody searches for that, which is happening how many times a month? 400 times a month. Just that one word, and then 4 times, I told you earlier. I get so excited about this stuff. Anyways, thank you so much, Miranda, for your time. I appreciate it. I hope that you'll get back to me with some feedback, just letting me know if this was helpful, if this was clear, if I should go into more or less detail about any particular thing. And of course, if you have any questions, I'd be happy to answer them. And yeah, thank you so much for your time, and have a wonderful week. Thanks.